has been dragged to court by three certain individuals. These individuals say that they want to understand the constitutionality of the David Mark led committee, or will I say leadership committee of the ADC. So their names, the plaintiffs, their names are Adeyemi Emmanuel, Ayodeji Victor Tolu, and Haruna Ismaila. They're challenging the legality of the appointments of Senator David Mark as interim national chairman, former Interim Minister Ralph Arebashola as Interim National Secretary, and ex-Minister of Sports Bolaji Abdullahi as Interim National Publicity Secretary of the ADC. They're asking the court to determine, amongst other things, whether the appointments of the coalition-backed figures violate the ADC constitution. All right, and it's a huge deal. So, for example, they're asking that INEC and the former national chairman Ralph, as who was obviously the chairman of the party, if he had the authenticity to admit the David Mark, will I say, management leadership of the ADC. Now this is basically where the situation is. It's really gotten so bad, and the problem is that Nigerians just want change. So the question in this whole coalition with Peter Obi, El Rufai, Atiku Abubakar, is it just to unseat the president or the administration of the APC, or is it about good governance? If it is about good governance, good. Would we say that the ADC has the mannerism, the character, the personalities to achieve that? Secondly, if the APC is an adopted party that the coalition wants to use as a foothold to gain some form of relevance, and already they are going through these legal battles, then what is the hope of those who are just looking forward to a strong opposition to supposedly unseat the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? So, another thing to consider is this: the party of the day. They have been on a rebuttal spree, having to degrade, deny, and put holes in all the claims made by Peter Obi and all of the supporters, right? They're actually asking for this administration to no longer continue after 2027. Why are they not focusing on releasing the credits and the achievements of this administration? I have with me Mr. Lawal Ekundaya. He will be going precisely to responding to these rhetorical questions. Mr. Lawal, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well done.
Thank you.
Please relax.
In Nigeria,
You can't relax.
you can't relax.
All right, Mr. Lawal Ekundaya, what do you have to say?
About all that, what I have to say is very simple. The coalition, they should have anticipated something like this. Now, it should come up. When they try to galvanize, the opposition will try to scatter them. It's normal. So they should be doing the same thing to the opposition, so that the best way to defend yourself is to attack.
Who is going to do the attacking?
That's why they are politicians now. They know how to do their mathematics. Mathematics is for everybody to from one person. So you look at you study your opponent's tactics and wits and weaknesses, and then you use it. That's how it's supposed to go. So all these things are expected, especially at the onset. You try to dissuade them, try to scatter them, try to disqualify them, try to make them look bad, but they should hold on to what they believe in. Now, I'm saying this because I'm not saying this because I'm campaigning for ADC. I am saying this based on the fact that it should be about the people. The president wants to go to after 2027. He should come and prove himself to the people, so that if the majority vote him in, fine. The ADC people, they should come and vote, prove themselves to the people. Speak to the people, tell the people, let people ask you questions so that they can believe in you. There should be a level playing ground. And INEC, please be fair. That's it now. INEC should be fair to all. That is what I have to say.
Interesting. So here is the thing. Beyond INEC at this point in time, what a lot of persons or critics of the coalition believe is, how do you want to create a clean slate with a set of persons who are part of the problem that Nigeria is currently going through in its political landscape? But another problem the Nigerians have with the current government of the day is that they're not allowing freedom of expression. They feel that the administration of the day is intimidating, victimizing, and polarizing the polity. Is the president aware of the polarity that has been created by his administration? Is it that he's not conscious of how bad things have gotten and the degeneration has been caused? Every day on social media, you're hearing Igbo this, Yoruba that. Go back to your southeast. Go and vote for your president there. Is the president for the southwest or for the entirety of all ethnic and religious groups in Nigeria currently resident in this beautiful country of ours? Is the president only for certain locations? Because every time his supporters keep referring to southwest, southwest, and because others are not showing support to the president, they feel that they're looking for the downfall of the southwest. Why is that so? What if it was Adeyemi Oshibajo and not President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Will that be the talk of the day? Because I recall during the 2023 elections, if Peter Obi was not the presidential candidate, or even if Peter Obi was the presidential candidate of the Labour Party and Professor Yemi Oshibajo was on the ballot, please, who do you think majority would have gone for?
And I don't know because I only know what I will go for.
No,
I
but
don't
let's
know.
be honest, because I was very active at the time. A lot of people wanted Yemi Oshibajo to go.
Some people,
Okay?
wanted Yemi Osinbajo to go. You get it? Just like they want some other people to contest. So that's why I said a level playing ground. Come and prove yourself. Come on board. Speak what you have for the people. Let the people now decide. And stop all this intimidation and all this manipulation and all this polarization that they are causing politically, religion polarization, tribalistic polarization that they are using to divide so that they can control us and they continue to enslave us. That's what some of these politicians have in mind. That's why when it comes to a campaign, they don't have anything to say. They don't have anything to say except they turn some people against some other people. See you fighting your brother, you begin to wonder, why am I fighting for somebody else where that person cannot come and prove himself? You don't see the person you are fighting for, you are fighting yourself, while the person you are fighting for is in his house with his family enjoying himself, eating and drinking. By the time you kill yourself, they will come back and still merge at some point and form coalition at some points to let you know that you should not allow them to use you as a tool for themselves. And also Nigerians have turned themselves into thinking twice. Now let me tell you something. You can't go to the market and tell them that, hey, excuse me, I voted for so person, therefore my own price of that commodity should go lower. They will sell for everybody, whether you are against the current government, whether you are for the current government, whether you are indifferent. All of you will go through whatever the government is doing. If the government is doing well, all of you will enjoy. And if the government is not doing well, all of you will suffer. So they should stop thinking about all this tribalism and religious divide that they use against us and begin to think positively, because the market will never separate you.
All right. Okay. Now, there are talks that Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar should work together. Daniel Bola came on social media to tell us that Peter Obi has already accepted to be the vice president, the running mate to Atiku Abubakar, but that he's deceiving his supporters. He doesn't want to say the truth. But 2 days ago, Peter Obi was part of a live interview on Channels Television where these salient questions were asked. Mr. Peter Obi, have you had any conversation? Have you agreed to be a VP to Atiku? And he said, no, that's not the case, and that conversation has not come on board. But if Atiku was a strong part of this measure, this coalition, along with Peter Obi, Festus Keyamo made a statement. He said that Peter Obi is just somebody that will be used. A couple of persons are saying the same thing. Are we saying Peter Obi is not smart enough to know what obtains and what does not obtain? Are you saying that he has not really been in part of this negotiation for the past 18 months? They've been on this. They've been having a conversation. So are we saying that Peter Obi does not have a mind of his own to make a decision, to decide for himself? Are we saying he's not been speaking with his fellow supporters, those are in his inner caucus? Are we saying that they've not been carried along in all of this?
Now, the first thing is this. First thing first. The president, the presidential aspirant must come out first. It is when you now become a candidate that you now start looking for your vice. You don't look for your vice when you are an aspirant publicly. You won't announce. So everybody can come up and say, okay, I want to be president. And then along the line, you see, by the time the primary is coming in, they will now start collapsing their structures. You see merger. This one presidential candidate will merge with this one presidential candidate will merge with this one. You start to see them merging together. And then by the time the candidate now emerge, you will now choose the vice. So for not to be saying this now is some kind of way of trying to cause a distraction. No, that is not what is needed now. What is needed now is for everybody to come and test their popularity.
Okay.
That is what is needed now. So not device. So Atiku can contest. Go and get get your people. Obi, get your people. Whosoever wants, get your people. I remember Bakari. He didn't get a single vote according to what we had.
But
yes, but
or the CPC.
Yes, but he collected the form. Oshibadu collected the form. He didn't win. You get. Now that is the way it goes. By the time you now get your candidate, then the candidate will now choose his vice. He may choose his vice from one of the aspirants that didn't do well. He may choose his vice from there, or he may choose somewhere else. So that is where you now know which will be the vice. But for now, let them come out and test their popularity.
All right. So, well, while all this is ongoing, the question of the day is, where does the lives of Nigerians fall into in place of this? Governance should be stopped. Shouldn't governance continue? That is a big question. So I'd like to know what you think. I'd like to know your comment about the proposed coalition. I'd like to know your suggestion about what a couple of persons think about it. I'd like to know if you're in support of it. Are you skeptical about the arrangements, the formation, the persons involved? Are you in support of the agreement? And do you think that regardless of what is being told to us, that Peter Obi has agreed to be a VP or run along with Atiku Abubakar? Maybe we do not know, but that agreement is already in the works. And if that is so, is anything wrong with it? What if this coalition intends to break this whole unconstitutional agreement that it is the time of the South and that it has to come from the South? That's one. Two. Question again that is on the ground is, must the Southeast always suffer or sacrifice every time? Must they always sacrifice when it comes to a candidate from that end who aspires to be a leader? That's the question. All right, have yourself an amazing day, and I'll see you another time. Drop your comments, all right, on the comment section. Let's have a very profitable conversation. Bye for now.